Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 12. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen, this will not be a very long review, but I have some things to say. First up, when the episode first opens up, remember last week we saw Ramses and Marissa having a conversation, but not with words. And we were all trying to figure out, like, what is really going on? Well, baby, Ramses done told his damn draws with me. You and your two damn braids have pissed me off. Ramses and Marissa are having a conversation. She's telling him that she loves him. She wants to marry him. And he's sitting there like, I talked to my niece's uncle, baby cousin, Sister Tracy, and she said that maybe I shouldn't rush into things because what had happened was, carry the one and add two, that my ex-wife was more hurt than I really imagined. Let me tell y'all something. Every last one of y'all owe Marissa's mama an apology. She saw right through them two dreads and she knew he wasn't worth a damn. She knew it. She knew it. She said, oh, okay. So you're just trying to make yourself seem like you're this saint. Ramses, you know you came on this show just to simply have sex. You knew then that you did not want to marry Marissa. The girl can't even get her cycle without you trying to jump her bones. Get her some tea, get her a blanket, and get the hell on. Leave her alone. So she's sitting there like, I love you. He's like, yeah, we've built this incredible bond, but it's just like certain things like, you just can't get around, like the things that you like, especially when it comes to like living together and like when it comes to like spitting like, I'm like, okay, sir, spit it out. Basically, he doesn't like Marissa's personality. Marissa's like, no, you're right. I mean, I can chill out a little bit. I see that I need to chill because we have more than love. Like, I haven't loved the person that I've been seeing, especially yesterday, but we talked about it. We talked about you needing your space. We did. And I love you enough to like understand what you need. And I try to meet you there. And the marriage is a promise and a commitment. Listen to me, Marissa. I am speaking directly to your beautiful soul. Honey, you do not need to beg this man. Do not let him tell you more than once that he does not want you, especially with a head looking like that. Do not let this man tell you that he does not want to be with you. Have some dignity, have some pride. And let me tell you something. I have been there. So I understand how you're feeling. I understand the emotions. I understand it hurts. But we don't know this man. Yes, this is an accelerated process. You've spent 2 months with him. Your emotions are all over the place. But the way that this man had you screeching and crying and begging him to reconsider really pissed me off. He's saying my feelings are telling me to move forward, but that's caused me to make like some wrong decisions in the past. And so I just don't really know, if I should move forward. I don't want to come back to this moment and be like, why was I led with my feelings? And I don't want to allow myself to completely be overtaken by my feelings. I need to be more logical in my reasoning. Ramses, you're not saying anything. Okay? You're not saying anything. You're trying to manipulate her and guilt her into thinking that you've really thought this through and you just don't want to hurt her and you don't want to make the same mistake twice and you don't want her to end up like your ex-wife. The fact that you used your ex as an excuse to exit this relationship is asinine. You have become the top villain of this episode, not the season, because you have some good contenders. I don't know what y'all were thinking when you casted any of these men. And I'm talking about all of them. At first I was like, well, maybe Steven's a sex addict. Well, maybe Tim cannot communicate. Okay, he's too strict. It's his way or the highway. Well, then maybe Garrett can't be trusted. He was texting that ex. And why didn't you get up and get your damn phone? To this day, I haven't forgotten about that. I'm like, wait a minute, Garrett. You're going to tell her you don't want to get your phone because you don't want to scoot out. So you're out. Then you had Ramses, who everybody felt bad for because Marissa's mama and her leather jacket, shout out to Hannah, and her tongue ring were really letting him have it. But see, she knew that he wasn't worth a damn. She knew it. So all of you as a collective, and let's not forget Daddy Tyler. And we're going to get to him in a minute. This man tells Marissa the age-old adage, child. He must have been watching a lot of rom-coms or sitcoms from the 90s. This man says, it's not you, it's me. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? She said, yeah, maybe my energy is too much for you. Like, do you know how that sounds? He's like, in the pods, your energy was amazing. I loved feeling your energy. That's what every guy feels, you know? And so then Marissa starts beating herself up. Yeah, in the beginning, they love my energy. My energy is so effing great. Like, I get it. I've heard that before. Heard it all before, but your lies ain't working now. Now he's sitting here making her feel like the energy that she gives is too much. She says, your energy is different from mine. And I've seen it as, you know, there are times I do need to calm down. I do need to relax and chill and watch TV. I can envision it. I can see myself doing that, Ramses. Marissa, stand up and walk away. Do not beg this man to marry you. Don't do that. He's telling her, you know, I just don't want to make the same mistake. She's wondering what happened. Just 2 days ago, we were planning a wedding, and now all of a sudden, you want nothing to do with me. She's like, I don't want to make assumptions, but what is going on? He's like, well, we don't know what the future is going to look like. No, you don't. So why did you prolong it until now? Why bring her to this point only to let her down? And those fake tears that you cried, you can go to hell respectfully. You knew exactly what you were doing as you sat there and heard her cry out. And then she kept saying, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Marissa, he is certain. Don't ask him again. Okay? You're such a sweet person. You're such a kind spirit from what we've seen here the past 12 weeks. You need to just get up and go. Dust yourself off and try again. Shout out to Aaliyah. The fact that the producers of Love is Blind Netflix let us watch this woman break down to her knees. I have felt that type of hurt. I have felt the type of hurt that you could feel through the screen. Her just saying, why don't you? Nobody ever chooses me. Nobody ever wants me. I just want someone to choose me. And she's crying to the top of her lungs, completely heartbroken. While he sits there and says, I did love your energy. And like, that was a part of the reason, like, what we bonded, like, you know, no, you're judgy. You judged her as soon as you got outside of the pods. You never really wanted a commitment. You knew that you didn't really want to be married. You wanted to go on a trip and you wanted to have sex with someone who's hot. You've accomplished your goals. But as soon as she wasn't ready to bust it wide open while Aunt Flo is visiting, then you had an issue. And so you started to think to yourself, well, I did leave the first one because she didn't want to do it. So I don't want to go through that again because I need to hear from the ex-wife because I don't trust nothing you talking about. And that's just that on that. Okay, whatever you say to me, I'm going to think the exact opposite because it's sounding like a lie. She gets up, she hugs him, and he's just, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't give a damn. You don't care. So why are you sitting here pretending like you're sorry? She keeps saying to him, are you sure? Are you sure? So then she has like a little mini interview. She's breaking down there. She's saying she never felt a heartbreak like this before. She's completely blubbering. She's crying. And then she calls her mom. Now, I know they must have muted that mama because the way that mama said, what? And she said, Mom, he doesn't want to marry me. I just wanted to run through that screen and just hug Marissa. I felt so bad for her because she had really invested her time, her energy, her love, and she thought that this was going to be her somebody. But let me just say this to you, and then I'm going to move on from this. The person that is for you, you will not have to make so many concessions. You were literally willing to give up your body, how you felt, what you thought, your beliefs, and everything in order to conform to fit to what Ramses wanted in a wife. You are worthy of so much more. You deserve so much more. And he can kick rocks with open-toed shoes on and go to hell respectfully. Now, I know there are going to be some people that say, well, it's better if he told her right up front because he didn't want to marry or be around that crazy mama. That's fine, honey. I'm okay with him telling her that he wanted to end things. But Ramses was putting on an act. Okay. And at the end of it all, he knew how Marissa felt for him, and watching her break down like that, and then just sitting, not reaching out to her, not touching her, just sitting, watching her try to convince him to stay. That is not okay. Okay. That's not. So however he wanted to break it off, break it off. It's going to hurt whether you do it now or at the wedding. I totally agree, because it's going to be that one. Well, I just think that we're just being too hard on Ramses. No, we're not. Okay, we're not being too hard on Ramses. We are not going to give him a pass to upset someone the way that he has upset this lady. And then for us to have to watch it for like 15 minutes, I'm like, we can move on. Y'all didn't show not one fight. We didn't see Monica pick up them freaky deaky text messages. We didn't see Alex go in there and stretch out. We ain't seen her take a nap, okay? We didn't see what went down in Mexico, but we watched Marissa have a heartbreak on national TV. No, thank you. Marissa, all I can say to you, sweetheart, is it's better on the other side. Your person is coming. Please do not rush it. And next time, ask real questions. And don't worry about if they're a damn Cancer Leo. Worry about if they'll allow you to be in your space untouched if you need that. Okay, worry about the person that they are, the content of their character versus what their astrological sign is. Okay, I know you don't want to think that it's over, and she was having a really hard time grasping the concept that the relationship was over and it really hurt her. But in the end, you will be better for it. Okay, you will be better for it. It's going to be okay. Moving forward. In the next scene, they went to these little bachelorette parties, child. They ain't doing nothing. The only people left is Garrett and Tyler. And then you have Ashley and Taylor. So Ashley and Taylor had this little slumber party. It was a cute little setup. It was giving 9. Okay, like y'all were 9 years old. Then over here, they were at the Washington Wizards game and they were shooting, honey. I guess they were playing love and basketball. I have absolutely no idea. I don't give a damn. Moving forward. So now it's Ashley and Tyler's wedding day. And when I tell y'all my stomach fell to my feet, I said, okay, now is the time that Ashley is about to make a fool of herself. Let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So Ashley gets to the suite. She's so excited. I'm getting married. Girl. Now I'm hoping at this reunion you tell us something good. Because I don't want to think that you're a trash person, Ashley. Because anybody who will condone a man disappearing or not taking care of or disowning or omitting that he was involved with his children is not the person that I think is a good person. So I'm hoping you're not that girl. I'm hoping that you're not that desperate, because at this point, I'm offering you a little bit of grace because you don't know everything. But by the reunion, we should be getting some real tea. Okay, I hope y'all are sitting on opposite couches. So she's there. Her bridesmaids get there. Her grandmother's there. Her mom is there. They're talking about, you know, this big day and how important it is. And then Tyler, the nuclear security officer, who we found out was just top flight security of the world, Craig, he shows up as well. He's acting like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm getting married. Tyler, please. Tyler, please. You are scary. You are a hairy, scary monster. The way that you can just pretend to be in the moment, not thinking in the back of your mind everything that you've left behind. What is really wrong with you? Back over in Ashley's suite, she's like, you know, my dad is going to come, and I was really just looking for a man who's going to treat me good. Now, I told y'all when we did a live that daddy didn't ask the right questions, and he was willing to give up Ashley as a ride or die because he too might have been a trash can back in the day. And I was right. So Ashley proceeds to say that her father will be walking her halfway down the aisle and her mom will take her the rest of the way because the mom has been there for her from the beginning. She's just now formulating a relationship with her dad, and her dad did her mama dirty. So the friend was like, well, what do you think your dad's going to think about that? Ashley said he better be glad he's even here. Okay, he better be glad he even in attendance. Now, Ashley, the way that you presented your dad, honey, we would think you were a daddy's girl and you was just being doted after. But the truth of the matter is you and your father had to work through some things as well. And it makes me even more sick to my stomach to know that you have gotten a man who not only you think in your mind is beyond what your dad gave your mom, he's actually less than. That's ridiculous. And that is crazy when you really think about it. Because it's like, wow, this lady really wants her person, and her person just happens to be a swindler, and a deadbeat. There's really no other way around it. So Tyler is in his suite and he's playing pool, and he's talking about he been wanting love his whole life, and he's just so excited about getting married. But, he has these nerves. You should have been thinking about who you left behind. And it's just so crazy to know that this is their wedding day, because his children's mother said that her and the kids were actually going to come to the wedding. So how were you going to explain not having ever seen them if they were going to be at the wedding? Now, Ashley has said that she's since forgiven her dad. They are on, a good playing field right now. They've come to terms with their relationship, and he's being more involved. And so everything's all good. Over with Tyler, his mom is talking to him, and I'm just looking at the mom, and I'm just thinking, why don't you tell your son, hey, where are my grandkids? Like, I don't know, like this whole scene just had my stomach hurting. And the way that Ashley's friends were like, you deserve it. And Ashley even said herself, yeah, I thought I was going to be here sooner, but the guys, they were trash. Girl. Girl, not the guys, they were trash. And then you're going to marry the head of the trash men. He's not only the president, but he's also a client. He is the head of the trash can men. What's the name of that group that used to be on Love and Hip Hop? The Slime Machine Boys. What were their names? Whatever, Peter Guns and them. And Rich, that little group that they had, Tyler should be a part of that group. I think they were called the Slime Buckets. I know they weren't, but they should have been. Child, this is crazy. She's like, I'm so happy I found someone that loves as hard as I do. I feel safe. I found a person that's protected me physically, and I feel protected emotionally, which is the most vulnerable part of myself. I just had to look away, because knowing what we know now, which is why I kind of fault the production team, because to let her go ahead and go through with it. And I don't believe for one second that they did not know all of the facets of Tyler's situation, because the thing is, they dig for the dirt. That's what makes a good show. So them knowing that he potentially was a father to other kids and not then delving deeper into it is very irresponsible. Okay. It's just very irresponsible. And I don't like that for her. So she's getting ready. She's getting all dolled up, and it's time for the wedding. But before then, Tyler says, I just can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe you're doing it either, honey. I know you're doing something, but you getting married is something that I didn't even think that you were going to be able to do. Now, Ashley is sitting there saying that she loves him, and she's so excited to get married to him because he brings her coffee every day. He will go into the 7-Eleven and he will get her soda. He will do anything for her. Girl, him bringing you a coffee, that's the bare minimum. If I'm with one of my homeboys and they go in the 7-Eleven and I'm in the car, they're going to ask if I want anything out. That's the bare minimum. And that's from a friend. So I don't understand why you're so excited. I really don't. But okay, anything to be married, anything to have a man, anything to say, I got a ring. Okay, you just want to sing that little song on TikTok. My fiance, that's what you want to do. Okay, girl. Back over here with Tyler, he's talking to this man that was all over TikTok trying to defend him, and they're talking about things working out. Now, as I was watching this, I was just like, birds of a weird feather flock together. Tyler is acting like he has cold feet. He's like, I don't have a doubt in my mind. But I'm going to feel better. Once I want to hear what she has to say. I'm just ready to see her. Okay, they get down the aisle and they get married. We all knew that this was going to happen, but it was kind of gut wrenching to see it happen, because I know that she deserves so much more. And Ashley, I want to speak to you too. The way that you were willing to just throw your mom to the side to get married to this man, and then you really didn't even have a relationship with your dad, but you took him to see your dad first, and we didn't see him see your mom. I'm so confused about you. I really am. Because if you are telling him, if my mom doesn't want to come, then that's fine. I'm going to get married regardless. Knowing that your mom has been there for you and she's been your rock for forever. But you took him to see your dad because, he was like this. So it's got to be better than what he was. And so he's just going to go ahead and give me the okay. Child, this is a fool. They end up getting married and it gave me nothing. I didn't like that matronly dress that Ashley had on. I didn't like her hair. I feel like aesthetically they make a cute couple and it's pleasing to the eye. But just to know the backstory and know the hurt that she could possibly face in the future, I just couldn't get jiggy with it. I just could not get jiggy with it. Moving forward, Garrett and Taylor. So it's their turn. Taylor's dad goes in to speak to Garrett and he's giving him some encouraging words. And it's so coincidental that both of the couples got married on the 13th and their parents actually got married on the 13th. Now, I know that Ashley's mom and dad are no longer together, but I don't remember if Taylor's mom and dad are together. I don't think that they are. But if I would have saw that, I would have been like, oh, that's an omen. I don't know if I get married on the 13th. Unlucky number 13. Okay, y'all made sure to put that in play, didn't you? So Taylor is in there talking to her mom and she's getting ready. And I like the cute, way that her bridesmaids were dressed. Like they had like pantsuits. I don't know. It was just cute and quirky. It gave very much Taylor. Now, I wasn't very fond of that short in the front and then long in the back. It really didn't give, but it just seems like something Taylor would wear. And I was actually shocked that Garrett's parents showed up. They showed up. They were supportive, especially his dad. Now, his mom was still crying buckets. And I'm like, Mom, please, we don't have a mop available. Get yourself together. But they were also very supportive of him marrying Taylor. Now, I don't know what the conversations are behind the scenes, but the two of them get to the altar. They say, I do. And two couples have been married. And that was the end of the episode. Child, we didn't have to get into a whole lot of detail when it came down to the marriages because I knew that they were going to get married. Now, I will say that Marissa and Ramses sort of surprised me because I felt like he was going to be one of the ones to get down to the end and then decide to judge her on that day and then say no. So I'm just like kind of shocked that they didn't make it there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that they muted that mom's response to her baby crying because she was taken aback. When Marissa told her that they were not getting married, she said, what? But anywho, there y'all have it. The reunion will be October 30th and we will have a live for the reunion because I think there are going to be some things that we need to talk about. Also, some new revelations have come out about the situation with Tyler and his ex-friend and her ex-wife. Child, it's just so much. So y'all go ahead and comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about episode 12. It was pretty predictable, but the biggest thing that pissed me off is watching a woman walk into a situation that could have very well been avoided. Watching a woman break down for 15 minutes because of this judgmental man who can't even decide on a hairstyle. Pissed me off. And Taylor, all the best to you. I'm just hoping they'll accept you sooner rather than later. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.